What up, Body Bags? BDG Reviews here. What I have got for you tonight is a movie that I was just looking on Body Bags to see whether it had ever been done, and it kind of blows my mind that it hasn't, and that is Quatermass in the Pit. This was released in 1967 by Hammer Films. It's a remake of the old television series of Quatermass in the Pit. If you don't know, Quatermass is a professor. It varies from story to story. Sometimes he's in this one he's a professor. In other ones he's been working on like for the military and stuff. But essentially what happens is they're digging to make a new subway tunnel, and they come across what they assume is an unexploded German bomb from World War II. So they're checking it out, and it quickly becomes evident that this is not a bomb. This is something else altogether. They can't cut it. They can't figure anything out about it. Quatermass ends up coming in and looking. All said and done, it's determined. It's a space ship. You know, they reckon from Mars. I mean, I don't know why they just assume it's Mars, but they just reckon it's Mars. What this ship does is essentially it essentially drives people kind of crazy. And the idea is around this, where this subway tunnel is being built, over the years, there's been a lot of paranormal type stuff in the houses around there. So much so that the entire neighborhood is pretty much abandoned. People would see things and they'd hear things and everything. Turns out all due to this. They end up essentially getting into the ship and finding, the Martian remnants. They're they're giant crickets. Honestly, out of all of the effects and everything in this movie, that is kind of the least, the least of them. I'll say that. They just look like big, like crickets. That's it, really. Essentially, though, they're going to. They realize eventually that it can influence people. And power ends up getting down into there. They try to cut it off at one point from power, but it ends up essentially creating a giant Martian in the sky, and essentially driving a bunch of people insane. And what ends up happening is the people that change kill the people that don't. And the idea is, even back on whatever Mars or whatever planet it was genocide on that level, that anything slightly different would be exterminated. So it sort of puts that into the brains of all these people in London. And it's up to Quatermass and everything to, stop it. Eventually, it does. Everything works out. This is a damn great movie. This is one of my favorite movies, honestly. This particular Blu-ray is from Britain, as you can no doubt see due to the, garish rating symbols on it and everything. But it's just so fun, is Quatermass. You can't go wrong with it. So I would definitely recommend to anyone that's even slightly interested in the story that I've just told to seek this out. This is easily the most accessible of the Quatermass stories. Quatermass Experiment is another one, but it's a bit more. I don't know. He's the Quatermass character's a bit more of a jerk in it than he is in this. This one, you kind of, you can get behind him. The effects all around are really solid. I mean, there is one scene where, thanks to the advent of Blu-ray, you can see things on strings, but it's just one scene, so I can forgive that. But all in all, a really, really solid flick. And if you've never seen it, do yourself a favor and see it. For a rating, this is a complete 10 out of 10. This movie is perfect. Fight me. It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Even the effects, even like the somewhat problematic Martians or whatever, there's a charm that just goes beyond the sum of its parts, and I love it. So yeah, definitely recommend this. Also, this particular Blu-ray from Optimum, I do recommend. It is region locked, so if you are all region, give it a shot. If it's not, I think there's a US Blue. I know there's a US DVD, but I'm pretty sure there's a Blue as well. Definitely check it out. You won't regret it if you like some good sci-fi with its roots in horror as well. So yeah, really good movie. That's it for me. See you next time.